So it's been a wild couple of days getting the aesthetic of the car right. This is one of the favorite parts of the build because after sorting all the mechanical bits, this is the point where the visual transformation takes place, and that's always super exciting.
I feel you're pretty hot.
How hot? 25 degrees. So Adam came by to pick up some parts and ended up working at the shop with us, which was awesome because he's a master fabricator and a wizard with the death wheel. And so we got him to do a little bit of work, and he was also pretty entertained by my fiberglass trimming techniques.
Sounds like my bed on a good day.
You need a new bed. Fabricated. Should we get a square stock? Dimple guy?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm thinking about dimple guy in the headboard. But look at this beautiful cut that you get. Like, you know?
It's better be worth it.
This is how the Japanese would do this. Did you? Oh yeah, you were here. The file that Tian gives you. Yeah, when you get a Tian basic coilover kit, they give you a file so that you can file the bolt down. It's like the shock.
For the top hat.
Yeah, the hole for the top hat for the shock body to go through. For some reason, they don't make it the same. It's like a half moon, and the bolt or the shock body is a circle. So they give you this half moon file.
And you file
it. And it takes a lot longer than this. I was filing each one for like 10 minutes. 7 minutes of... Come on. Come on.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so we've spent a long time figuring out where the flares are gonna go and how we're gonna mount them. And we think we've finally got it figured out, at least on this side here. We're gonna have to copy it on the other side, which would be kind of difficult. But first let's look at the back one, because we started with the rear. Because you can't cut the arch of the rear, we set the ride height. I did an alignment on the car already, and then we figured out where we want the flare. So we figured out that the flare is going to go pretty much right here. This blue line represents where we're going to cut the flare. We're actually going to cut it and have a nice little arc that kind of comes up just to smooth it out. Right now this bit here kind of comes into the tire, and aesthetically it doesn't look as nice. This way it'll kind of follow the line of the Mini and cut down here. I don't know if you've seen, but we have diffusers that we've made on the back now out of stainless steel, and they're riveted to the body. So once we had the rear set, figured out our rear ride height, made sure nothing was going to hit, and then from there we could set the front. So we've got the front. This is the flare here. So it is going to sit like that. Right there, just like that. And again, we're going to be cutting the flare right here to contour it just for looks. And our idea afterwards is that there's going to be a vinyl piece on the side, which is going to start on this line and this line. It'll be black vinyl, and it'll go all the way back and end in a point at the back of the car, kind of representing like airflow going over to the back. So we spent a long time to figure it out. I made one little notch right here for the seam so that we can fit it. And then what we're gonna do is we marked it all out, and we're gonna cut the flare here at the bottom of this blue tape, and then leaving some tabs. We're gonna leave a tab here, so what? And then we're going to bend these tabs up, and that will be where we will bolt on the flares, because these flares don't come with any holes drilled or any way of mounting them. So you bend this tab out, and then we're gonna put a riv nut in here, and then there'll be a screw that will go into the riv nut, and everything else where the X's are is gonna be cut out for clearance. So it'll have a lot of travel. You can see it'll have this much more wheel travel, so it'll be a total of, you know, probably 4 inches of travel before it hits anything. So, you know, it should be totally fine. That's more than even a factory Mini has. So pretty much now we're ready to start cutting.
I'm the man, I got plans, fit the bourbon in my hand that'll make it change its stance. I'm like in advance, and I rarely ever chance. Rather mitigate the risk, keep my eye up on them bands. I'm like, I'm just saying, in the land, guess I'm back at high demand. And my car ain't from Japan, but I drive it like I ran from claim to be a man.
So the thing is, we have to leave a little bit of this seam here because when the flare's on, it sits at an angle and therefore you're gonna see it. So I can't take the zip disc and cut all the way across because then you're gonna have a gap there. So the closest I can get the disc to is about here before it's gonna start hitting this. But Adam was saying just cut it from behind, blind. So I'm letting him do that. No pressure.
No, definitely not. You've done that before.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Wow. Deserves
It's like watching Michelangelo paint.
Well, you can see where the when you're doing it from behind, you can see where the paint bubbles up, so you know where the disc is.
Oh, okay.
Nice cuts.
Yeah, you're.
You just watch the paint bubble where it kind of starts to change color.
Yeah, that's where the disc goes because it bubbles right on the opposite end.
Yeah.
You can just knock those off or flatten them out.
I think I'm wearing my gloves.
Why?
Well, my gloves that are impenetrable. People always hating on my gloves in the comments. What else are you supposed to do? A token thumbs up?
Nobody does thumbs up as cool as you.
Oh, I got so much money on my face.
Well, it's looking great. I guess we can.
Bend the tabs?
Yeah, how are we
gotta
gonna
bend
bend
them.
these? I guess the biggest set of pliers that we've got.
12 seconds later.
We found this old pair of vice grips at an old job site we were working at. So I just welded some flat stock to them. So now we should be able to grab them and bend it. And it's the same width as these.
Nice.
So just letting it cool off and then I'm gonna burn my hand. Nice. That's flush right there from holding it.
Nice.
I think that's good.
Sweet.
Next.
This edging works pretty decent.
I like it. I like it on this application too, because like you said, it takes up the gap. Is it hitting on that bottom edge?
No, it's here. From there to there.
Yeah.
So it's 5 hours later, and we've got one flare.
One
fit.
flare, but it's a beautiful flare. So in all the excitement of getting the flares installed, we kind of all failed to realize that now we can actually drive the car. Before we couldn't turn the wheels, and now we've got the flares on, we can turn the wheels, and we can take the car on its maiden voyage.
That moves. Also, that's a nice mix of gasoline and rubber roasting on the fenders, I think.
Well, you did a burnout down there.
Oh, that's it.
And just my luck, after having the car running perfectly for many days, on its maiden voyage, part decides to fail. I came to a stop and it just died. And then now it cranks. But nothing more than that.
Go again.
Spark.
No spark. No spark. Good.
Lost spark. Why no spark?
Things you didn't expect to do on a Friday night.
Oh, this is normal. This is
You're on the spring thaw as well. Nice indicator.
So it ended up being that we lost power to our main relay. It was an easy fix, ran a new power wire and got that dealt with. But now we can move on to doing the livery with the help of Marco and figure out the exterior of the car. Okay, so we spent all morning and polished the car, did 3 different polishing compounds, and then washed it with dish soap to get all of the residue off. So now we're ready to lay on the vinyl and figure out the livery. We have a rough idea what we're gonna do, but beforehand what we're gonna do is wheel the car out, take some pictures, and then Marco is going to draw on the computer so that we can figure out exactly the shape of everything, and then we'll lay it onto the car with masking tape and go from there. So exciting. Look at this baller 1552 box workstation you got here.
I think it's too thick.
Oh, yeah, no, I want it swooped here. Where's the eraser? It's too swooped.
I was thinking like the.
What about more angular?
I was thinking like this.
Flames?
No, like the red and white Porsche that just came out.
Oh yeah. Oh, the 918? 917?
What are you doing? Are you doing vinyl?
Yeah.
I thought you were doing the Rising Sun.
No.
Variation.
That's too Asian. It's very Asian.
There's like the line between cheesy and something
Very
really
fine.
great.
It's
It is.
very fine line.
Yeah.
I like how clean it is now. It just needs a
nice.
big letter.
If you had nothing, you just had a one big panel.
Yeah.
With like whatever number and like a
We only
couple
have
sponsors.
black, right?
We have. Yeah.
Even black would
just-
look good, like a
No,
black
you
square.
just buy the. We have white vinyl.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll just cut it, and then we'll cut the black numbers.
This might look too gimmicky. I mean, it looks so nice, the car like that.
Right now, I'm just like an upside down Nike.
You're a product of your
Puma.
ability to polish, apparently. Yeah. The more you look at it, the more it's
I'm really surprised how nice it came out.
Yeah.
And the sun.
it's not waxed either.
And you strip. Yeah, you
It'll be even better when it's waxed. Yeah. It needs something though.
I think
more
a
than
number,
the flares.
number panel on the door.
Yeah.
But the square ones,
Yeah.
not round.
Yeah.
Could you drop in the square
sponsors.
layer again?
Should we like?
Can you just make a new square, the one that's actually cool? It needs a number on there though.
And sponsors, like, make it like look at the rally cars. See what I mean?
God, you're nerdy. Just Googled the code of the.
Well, it's famous.
This doesn't look like, it's not a classic rally car look. I mean, the whole front end's hanging out. The oil
Wait,
cooler's
you want
exposed.
Kanjo racers, right?
Yeah, like the Kanjo Racer square.
Like that.
See the front.
But they always have that with like the block.
Yeah.
Same size car. Yeah, like less is more, you know?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
It looks very more. Black square with white letter could be cool.
Yeah, it's like badass looking. And we have black vinyl.
Oh, you want to do it today?
Yeah, we're gonna do it right now. That's the thing.
Like the film is rolling. We don't have any more film.
We're running out of digital film.
Yeah. Black is cool.
It's a little more, that instead of square, a little more rectangular like the other ones are, or?
How would you put the white on there?
You would cut them out from white.
Today? I gotta be at the airport now.
Just scissors. We can't do this. Got the vinyl.
If Eric's there, he could.
We can always do the numbers later too.
Yeah, we could paint the letters.
Oh yeah, hand paint them.
I could also, I think I have a roll of white vinyl. I think I'll just give it to you guys.
Yeah, we just cut it out with scissors. Yeah.
But hand paint's not a bad idea. Like big, thick, crappy.
The hand paint would look.
Yeah.
Dollar store brushes, so you see every single.
Yeah.
If that's
every
an
single
option,
fiber.
Get the good paint that works on paint and glass.
Or just house paint.
Well, that was good with the white square. Yeah. But
Clean.
Yeah, it's clean,
simple.
and it looks like.
Oh, that'll look badass.
Yeah, it'll look sick.
The SMCO is good. That's, I think that needs to be there.
Yeah, I wanted to do SMCO on the banner, but we don't have one of those banners anymore, so that would be perfect.
You know, we'll add that later.
Yeah, but this is, if it's on the side, it's.
If you get some like squatty, blocky letter for the SMCO, almost like how the Civic was, it kind of matches like that idea of the Japanese like that logo.
We could find a good logo, print it out, and then just cut it with a X-Acto knife with the stencil.
I'm thinking of like Casio, like like super stylized.
Yeah.
Okay, good? Yeah?
If you do it right there, like at that line.
I wonder if that line is lined up from the factory. So that's 17 and an 8. 17 and an 8. You know what? We should bring this down just a hair so that the start of the flare is on the same line.
It's like 1.5.
Yeah. White. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Takes care of business. How is it? Perfect. Nice.
Yeah, the sweet stencil making stuff. It's made of plastic. Prove. The stuff.
I think you should.
All the stuff we're using. That. Trina just messaged me. And she's like, Philip, all caps, stop putting crazy thoughts in Alex's head. No engine swaps. Sorry, Trina.
No, it's wrap. It's not. Yeah, it's not Walgreens. The W looks like Walgreens.
It does. It's fine.
Okay, I'll do this.
Well, with our friends' help, it's almost done. One more episode to go.
Is it Peter or is it the other guy?
No, it's Peter, and it's on those flashback things. It was like the time that you were the DJ host on NPR, and the whole time he just spends like eating cookies and sipping tea. That was Beethoven's Fifth. Okay, we should actually film this. Sorry, I'm done.